If you want to follow along at home for a Spinach DOE, consider some of these factors. The planter you put it in, you can see I've got plastic cups, I've got a seed tray. The lighting, I've got artificial and sunlight from the window. Amount of water. How often do you water each cell?
Let's plan a quick DOE together. Do it on spinach. You can get your own seeds and follow along with me in real life if you like to. Uh, let's do a simple one, just 3 factors. Let's try to study the impact of 3 things we could change in how we plant spinach seeds and see how that affects how they grow. So there's a neat little cheat sheet in Minitab that lets you think through how many factors you want to test versus how many runs, how big the experiment will be. So if we're doing 3 factors, we've got several options. We got a couple options. We could do it in 4 runs, we could do it in 8, or we could do any multiple of those because we could replicate this however we wish. I mean, seeds are cheap, right? You could throw a few seeds in instead of just a single seed. Do replicates. All right, so those are our options. I like that little guide there. If we wanted to specify one of those, in fact, why don't we just build both of these? We'll compare the data tables side by side so you can see the difference between the 4 run and the 8 run. And maybe we'll do one with replicates too. All right, so we'll do this one first. Okay, factors. We're gonna do, how about, here's some things that you could do. Like everybody growing things in their house, it's like sunlight, amount of water, and maybe we'll also add another one for the container type. Okay, so we'll go container and amount H2O, and we'll go with lighting. And we'll give a low and a high for each of those. Let's try to explain it. So these are the factors. All you have to do is add Y, plant growth, for example, and check out the different scenarios that we're going to test here. These are our factors. These are the level settings we just described. And look at this first one. The first thing we're going to plant is in the -1 container. We're going to put the plus level of water and put that in the minus level of lighting. We're going to set that planter up, let it sprout, let it grow, measure the height here, for example. Then another plant will be growing elsewhere. Actually, same type of container because these are both negatives, but we're going to water it a different amount and we'll give it the different lighting. Still measure it same way you measured the first one. Then we're switching container types. We're going to have the low level of water and lighting. Then in that same other container type, we're going to have the high level of water and lighting. We're going to do those 4 different planters, measure them. Now, ask yourself, do I like this setup where I just do 1 seed in each one of these? Or is the risk of a seed of spinach not sprouting too much? Maybe you want to do some replicates. So let's go right back to that window where we were. You can use Control E or hit that button to bring up the last dialog box you were at. Okay, so we could do that same experiment, but we could do replicates. We could do 3 of each. It would look like this. So we just have 3 times the 4 rows that we started with. And it's randomized the run order, so you can just go down this and set up each one in sequence, set those up, lay them around your house or outside. Maybe your lighting is outside versus inside. I'm sure that could make a big difference. Just think of whatever level settings you'd like for these. Put your Y in there. It's going to take probably a week before that spinach sprouts out of the ground, and a few weeks after that before you start to see real differences in plant height. It's a nice month-long experiment. Probably cost you a few dollars. All right, let's do the other DOE option. Okay, remember we just did 3 replicates, 12 runs. Another thing we could have done was we could have done, instead of the fractional factorial, where we only test some of the combinations of those level settings, we could do the full factorial, which means we're going to test all the different level settings. We could keep our 3 replicates, and then we're going to have 8 runs times 3 replicates. We should have 24 rows for this next DOE. Right, so which are you liking? The fractional factorial with 4 runs, fractional factorial with replicates with 12 runs, or the full factorial, 8 runs, again with 3 replicates. And hopefully some of you are thinking, well, there's one more choice you could have done, Jim, and it's the unreplicated 8-run experiment. Yeah, I mean, there's actually a bunch of different ways we could do this. And for more information on that, you can check out many tabs. Webinars, I put a link to a webinar on DOE. You can learn a little bit more. Learn it for yourself, take our training classes, take our e-learning. You got lots of options. Here's what it would look like if we just did all the combinations of these 3 factors, tested at 2 levels each. Those are the 8 possible combinations, all 8 of them. Just make your Y in here, get your plant height, and good luck to you.
In about a month, this DOE will be done and we'll do the analysis. But to see a sneak peek on how to analyze DOEs, just watch that webinar link. And thank you so much for participating in this fun series, refreshing your skills, learning new things, and let us know if you have any questions. Thanks again.